Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Week 9 of the Jack in the Box High School Football Report. I'm Chris Francis. What a matchup we start with tonight. Two teams with 6-0 conference records, just 16 miles apart. Lincoln and Bethel vying for the 3A PCL title in Tacoma. We saw two offenses that couldn't be stopped in the first half. Lincoln's Caden Filer got things going with a 19-yarder to Jalen Clark. It capped a 4-play, 59-yard drive. The Braves came right back. Kikoa Vesperis found Will Latu. Beautiful pass and catch on 4th and 16. I can't believe they didn't kick it, but it worked. An 18-yard touchdown. Filer, he kept slinging it as well. A 7-yard pass to Jisaiah Snow Marshall, and the Abes led 14-7. Vesperis coming right back. How about Puka Sokimi? At that point, he was 4 of 4 passing, 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's Vesperis. And the game was tied at 14 at that point until Lincoln went back to that same combo that worked on the last touchdown. Filer to Jisaiah Snow Marshall. And then with just seconds left in the half, they capped another drive on the Wildcat. Julian Simon for the score as time expired in the first half. But Bethel was still in it, especially when Vesperis hit a wide-open Cameron Parker, airing it out 78 yards. He went untouched for the score. He just ran by everybody. They trailed by just 7, but Lincoln shut the door with 2 minutes to go. Abner Sia-Fatawi with a 12-yard run. The Abes won at 35-21. They take the 3A PCL title.
We just knew we had to play. We had to keep on playing, and we couldn't give up. We just had to keep on going until the clock said 0.
Coming into tonight, we knew it was going to be a hard game. They have players on the team, good athletes, great team, and we just game plan. We just came out here ready to play. We played hard. We practice hard. A whole week of practice leading up to this.
So the Abes, number 3 in the state, now have a 7-0 record and a top seed in the conference. They've also won 7 straight since losing to Camas and Lake Stevens to start the year. In those 7 wins, they've scored 328 points. They've allowed just 49. Who's behind all that production on offense? How about the 3 J's? Julian Simon, Jisaiah Snow Marshall, and Jalen Clark. They have 17 of Caden Filer's touchdown catches. I'd say they're ready for the playoffs.
It's always the players. They have to go out there and perform it and understand the concepts and all that stuff. So our players are really good at adapting and adjusting, and that's a credit to them.
We were just playing football, really. I mean, that's all we did the second half. We knew it was going to be a good game. It was going to be a dogfight to the end, so we just kept playing our game.
They certainly did. Now to our Jack in the Box Player of the Week. Chance McDonald is leading one of the best offenses in the state. After a slow start, McDonald warmed up his right arm, firing 2 touchdowns to his talented receivers last week, including 5-star recruit Emeka Egbuka. 15 of 20 passing for 443 yards, and McDonald tied his career high with 7 touchdowns in a win over River Ridge. He said spreading the ball around was key.
We knew, coming into the game that they were going to try to double team, triple team Emeka. So I knew my guys on my backside, Logan and Trey, that they were going to get open, work their routes, and get open all night. So I knew I had an advantage on that side.
For a kid that didn't have a lot of experience coming into the season and played some high-level competition, but every week he's getting better and better, and he really knows where to go with the football right now. He's making good decisions, and I think he's more confident now than he's ever been.
He sure is. Still a complete host to Ording tonight. We'll have those highlights coming up in just a few minutes. More Chance McDonald touchdowns. Also on the way, a rivalry game between Rogers and Puyallup, the number 1 team in 4A. That'd be Lake Stevens. Plus a Halloween night battle between Sumner and Graham Kapowson, where strange things were going to happen. It was Halloween. Stay with us. We're back after Morgan's forecast. We're back on the Jack in the Box High School Football Report. Plenty on the line as teams try to wrap up district playoff spots or improve their playoff seeding. And that was exactly what Puyallup was working on against Rogers tonight. The fan favorite matchup from last week's voting, and Luke Holcomb found Joseph Dwyer for the touchdown. It's a rivalry game, so this one might have been close early on. Rogers used a ball control offense to try and slow things down. It worked for a little bit. Nick McKelpin, though, forced a fumble. Isaiah Ragland recovered for the Rams, so keeping Puyallup out of the end zone. But after a safety, Puyallup got the ball, and this has been a theme over the past month. If we say kickoff, it's going the other way. Sharm Pomacha takes it the distance. Puyallup hasn't lost since 2012 in this rivalry, 59-13 over Rogers. Also from SPSL 4A, Graham Kapowson looking for the conference title last night. A win over Sumner would do it. Jonas Waugh, the bruising run from 23 yards out to start the scoring. Yeah, nobody could tackle him. Both these teams feature fairly high-scoring offenses, but this game was a battle in the trenches. The ensuing kickoff, yeah, as I said, when we show you the kickoff, it's going the other way. DeAndre Stoudemire finds a seam, 80 yards to get Sumner right back in the ball game, and it was tied at 14 at the break. But in the second half, all Eagles. GK 28, Sumner 14. They earned the #1 seed in SPSL 4A, along with the title, and there's a touchdown. Also, last night, a thriller of a shootout in KIRO 4A, the championship game. Eastlake and Bothell, yeah, they had the costumes working and the fans going nuts there. A great game. Wolves hit the board early. Grady Robinson, 15 yards to Max Verbort, made it 7-0. Bothell answered to tie it up, but Robinson did it again, this time to Zaid Thompson. So Eastlake up 14-7 in this one. They actually built a 21-7 lead, but then the big blue train rolled out of the station. Andrew Sermon to Colin Fisher-Keller from 3 yards out. Cougars within 7. They eventually tied it, and they just kept pouring it on from there. The Wolves with no answer for Sermon at quarterback. He scrambled around here on this play forever. Cougars outscored Eastlake 40-3 from the mid-second quarter on. Blake Bickhouse hauling that one in there. It's a beautiful play. 47-24 the final as Bothell gets the #1 seed in KIRO 4A. Now to the top-ranked team in 4A, hoping to stay that way. We're back to tonight's action, finishing a perfect regular season in the Westco Conference. That would be Lake Stevens. They played host to Mariner. The Marauders defense had a deal with Dallas Landeros. 23 yards on the touchdown for the Vikes. Next possession, Landeros again. Nice inside fake, and he steps through. It's a 13-yard score. Lake Stevens will host a playoff game next week. They won't lose for a while, if at all. 62-0 over Mariner tonight. Westco 3A championship game. Now Snohomish and Pilchuck. And this one a late kickoff up in Marysville, and Jordan Justice, it was well worth the wait for him. He found a seam, a cut, a little spin there, breaking tackles, and just long enough to hit the pylon for the touchdown as he fights off a defender. So the Tommies led 7-0. And when you play a good team, an undefeated team, you cannot make mistakes. The Panthers fumble a punt. It led to yet another Pilchuck touchdown. 2 drives later, they scored again. Jake Elwood with a play fake, and Dylan Cuck, he is loose for the touchdown. Into the end zone he goes. Pilchuck, they roll in this one as they go to the Westco 3A title. 52-3 is the final over Snohomish. Still to come. We talked about them earlier tonight. #1 seed from SPSL 2A. They let the title slip away from them last year, not this time, as they played host to Ording. A reigning player of the week, Chance McDonald, didn't waste time. Logan Brady hauling in that one. And then the defense, Caleb Colbert in for the sack. Good stuff there. Defense wins championships. Ording did get on the board, but McDonald to air it out again. The back shoulder throw to Emeka Ekbuka. Silly, 49-7. They win it big. Clover Park quietly having a good season, and the Warriors had a chance to steal a spot in the district playoffs from Fife tonight. It was a one-possession game until late in the second quarter. Fife likes the ground game. Malachi Koke, he was a bowling ball. He got it into the end zone with the Michigan helmet. 26-yard touchdown run, and then a 2-yard score. Trojans won it 50-21, and they do get a district playoff seed. Good stuff for them. Time now for a new feature on the defensive play of the night. We bring it to you from All City Fence. Each week we'll feature a play that doesn't necessarily make it into the regular highlights because, as we mentioned, defense wins championships. And for tonight's play, we go back to the Rogers-Puyallup game. Cameron Beck into the pile near his own goal line, and now he's into the end zone. That's a mistake because Sermon Wilson was there for the tackle and the safety. 2 points for Puyallup. They kind of pulled away in this one. Sermon Wilson with the All City Fence defensive play of the night. For more scores and highlights, go to KIRO7.com. We'll be right back, everybody.